Alright guys, how's it going? So I've been through the Spanish print media for you today, the Spanish football dailies, MARCA, AS, Sport, and I can tell you that there's nothing in them to do with Trent Alexander-Arnold and Liverpool. So since our game against them in the Champions League, including that day, there's been 2 mentions of Trent and Real Madrid. The focus today is on Real Madrid's win last night, winning the Intercontinental Cup. So they're obviously gushing about that today. In Marca, they said Liverpool wants even the Carabao, sort of like implying that Liverpool are unstoppable. They want everything. Really big in Liverpool up. Similar in Sport as well. Liverpool are giving up nothing. Now, what you might have seen, or you might see over the coming days, is suggestions that Barcelona have reignited or maintained their interest in Luis Diaz. Now, I was looking through my notes, and last month, Luis Diaz rejected a contract offer from Liverpool, right? A rumour, okay? No proof of that, but that was a credible rumour following some, new negotiations, if you like, on a new deal. His existing deal ends in 2027, and he turns 28 years of age in January. Now, one of the claims last month was that Liverpool would make him available for transfer in the summer 2025, if no new deal is agreed before then. However, Liverpool insiders in November believed a deal could be reached before the summer. Do you remember we had all this last summer, didn't we? The Diaz family flirting with Barca. There's no secrets that, about that. I think that it's pretty obvious that if he was to leave Liverpool, Barcelona is absolutely the destination that he would want. And Barcelona, internally, they were split in the summer, as to whether they should go for him or not. But they also had these, financial complications to do with expenditure, restrictions. And then they had that problem of not being able to register players. So even if they could go out and buy a player, he couldn't play for them. And you'll have seen that with Dani Olmo, right? So, but they managed to get him registered, and he's played the first half of the season for them, right? I won't explain how they managed to do it. I have discussed it before in the past, because people that don't really understand just come out with things saying they can't register players, they can't do this. There's all sorts of ways they can do things, and they managed to do it with Dani Olmo, right? Olmo, sorry. And he can't play for them for the second half of the season as things stand. There's all sorts of a legal challenge going on. And there's a clause in his contract that says he can leave Barcelona for free in January if he's not registered. So you can imagine the panic that's surrounding that at the moment, although I think the lad wants to play for Barcelona. So, and then there's this night deal. Do you remember? In the summer, we spoke about it a lot. And I think had that night deal gone through, then I think that they would have, pursued Luis Diaz. But since the summer, there's been no chatter. Nothing in Sport, for example, the pro-Catalan, pro-Barcelona, should I say, newspaper, right? Nothing about Luis Diaz since the summer. Although, in fairness, we stopped getting them for a while, didn't we? But since we stopped when the transfer window closed, and then we restarted a couple of months ago, I can't remember, to keep an eye on the Trent, chatter, Dubamendi, stuff like that. So maybe we did miss something, I don't know. But there's certainly nothing been in Sport recently. So if you go on, line today, if you and say, Liverpool might lose Luis Diaz to Barcelona. Barcelona are interested in Luis Diaz. People are going to shoot you down straight away, saying they can't sign players, they can't do this, they can't register players. They've got no money, they don't understand the situation. So the night deal, from memory, I think that they have, I think Barcelona have some kind of emergency meeting or something on the 21st of December. You guys will know if you follow my Spanish newspaper reviews. We've spoken about it before. And I think that's the sole topic on the agenda, I think. How much was that night deal worth? Can you remember? Hey, Santa, are you there, Santa?
Ho, ho, ho! Hello, my dear friend. Santa is here. What can I do for you today?
How much is the Nike commercial deal worth to Barcelona Football Club? Can you remember?
FC Barcelona's commercial deal with Nike, announced in November 2024, is valued at approximately 1.7 billion euros over 14 years. This provides the club with an average of 121 million euros annually. Ho, ho, ho! That's quite a magical sum.
So if they get that deal signed off, then in theory, next year, they would be able to pursue Luis Diaz, right? So the latest claims concerning this, which is why I'm including it in my Spanish bit, if you like, it's not in the print media that I've reviewed today. But I know that there's been some claims made by Javier Bosch of Mundo Deportivo, which is another print football daily, if you like, pro Barcelona. Okay, this chap Javier Bosch is quite highly regarded, and he's basically claiming that Barca are still interested in Diaz, and that if their financial restrictions are resolved upon completion of that night deal, they would be able to proceed. They tried in the summer, remember, for Luis Diaz. They were looking at him in the summer, although internally they were split as to how much importance they should give that. But as you know, the night deal wasn't signed off in time. Do you remember the last few days of the transfer window? It was like, you know, will they get the money? Will they get the money? And then will they come in for Luis Diaz? So, sorry if the video's a bit all over the place. I hate reading from notes. Nothing in the print media that I usually review regarding Trent, but Mundo Deportivo, I believe, are reporting that Barcelona are still interested in Luis Diaz. And the contract talks are ongoing at Liverpool. Liverpool insiders last month were of the opinion that a deal would be reached with him, but if it wasn't, it'd be sold next year. All right, so I'll leave that with you. All right, guys, take it easy. What time is it? I've only got a couple of hours left. I've got a lot to do today. I'm going live at 12:30 UK time today. Oh, that reminds me. Look in the comment section now. I've got a question of the day for you. Yeah, you can go down and have a look while I'm still waffling on. It's pinned at the top, so take a look. And I'd like your responses to that, your thoughts to that. It'll be on all my videos that I do today, the same question. So scroll down and let me know your thoughts, what you think is important to me. And it is in relation to Luis Diaz, actually. So yeah, that's it. So live stream at 12:30, only for 1 hour, because I've got a train to catch today. I'm going to go and see my girlfriend. So there'll be no live stream this evening. I don't expect many videos to come out from me today. So yeah, I'll leave it with you. That's the latest claims from Spain. And I think that the Twitter twats, you know, the aggregators and all that, the content creators, I think they'll be throwing all this stuff at you regarding Luis Diaz. And I think a lot of people will go, well, they can't register players. It's never going to happen. Don't think like that, because if they get that night deal signed off, which is obviously going to be signed off at some point, then they would be in a position to do that. So Liverpool really needs to get this deal with him, you know, finalised, a new contract with him finalised if they can, before they start saying, are you sure you don't want to come here? Because I think they really wanted to go there before. I really do. But if he's enjoying himself, if Liverpool are doing well, maybe now is the time to fucking capitalise on that and say, come on, we want you to be a part of our future. Because he's a great player, right? And if not, and if like the miles apart on the the terms of the contract, then, you know, Papa Diaz is going to be like, come on, you wanted to go to Barcelona anyway, let's go over there, it's better than being in fucking England. Do you know what I mean? So in last month, the suggestion was that the terms were unacceptable to Luis Diaz. And that's the exact same claim that we've had regarding the other players that are said to have turned down contracts, with the exception of Trent. The Spanish media say he's turned down 3 offers from Liverpool, but I don't think that's to do with money, to be honest with you. I think primarily he wants to see if Real Madrid come in for him, but you know all that anyway. But it sounds like Liverpool's negotiation. You know that when you negotiate a contract, you start down here and they start up there, and then you meet somewhere in the middle. It sounds like Liverpool, instead of starting here, are starting like down here, like how I felt at the meet-up in Birmingham, stood next to Gareth Turner and Miserable Mind and everybody else actually. Yeah, so it seems like Liverpool's negotiations with contracts are way tighter, I think, than usual. That, because we don't usually hear things like that. You know, sometimes you hear things like, oh, you know, they're a bit apart or whatever at the moment. You hear that all the time with contract negotiations for players at any club, right? But using words like totally unacceptable or fall well short or whatever, it really does sound like Richard Hughes is going in a lot lower maybe than some of these players would expect them to. Anyway, it's all speculation, it's all rumours. Don't dismiss the Barcelona Diaz thing because they can't register a player, all right? And because of finances and that, because there's just a lot of people on social media who don't know what they're talking about. So don't just believe what they say. It'll be interesting to keep an eye on what happens with Dani Olmo, all right? Watch that one. And I'm sure that the Barcelona, a key thing for them was on the 21st. I can't remember. Don't matter anyway. Keep an eye on it, right? I think you might see some Luis Diaz chatter. All right, guys, see you in a bit. Oh, no, hang on a minute. Don't forget to answer my question of the day in the comment section. Thumbs up the video, please. Drop me a comment. And if you want to buy me a beer or a coffee, you can hit the super thanks. That's the love out under the video. I'm going out on Saturday night. All right.